You are listening to the Shopify Solutions Podcast, a podcast for Shopify store owners that brings you concrete examples on how to build and grow your e-commerce brand. Your host is Scott Austin. He owns a Shopify agency called JadePuma. In this podcast, Scott will share his e-commerce insights and best practices with you.
Hey, Scott Austin here. In this episode, I'm going to tell you about the new app that we at JadePuma have launched in the Shopify App Store. As any regular listener of the podcast will already know, I love using the Flex theme, which is a popular Shopify theme. I've used it in every store that I've built in the past 4 years. I stick with one theme as it allows me and the rest of the JadePuma team to become well-versed in it. We know how to do just about anything within Flex, because we've done just about anything within Flex. And using one theme allows us to easily copy and paste between stores, saving money for our clients as we develop custom solutions. We've built up an entire library of sections optimized for the Flex theme that we use with our clients to extend the functionality beyond the sections that come with the theme. So our Shopify app packages up this library of our custom sections and makes them available for any user of the Flex theme. The app is called Flex Theme Sections. The Shopify App Store already has several apps that can add sections to your theme. What's different about ours is that it is optimized for the Flex theme. In fact, it will only work with the Flex theme. We did this to improve the performance of the site and provide a higher level of consistency in the customer experience. Our apps use the same styling and functionality as the Flex theme, so we don't need to load an entire framework of CSS and JavaScript like other section apps do. When you set a color or font in your Flex theme settings, those settings get applied to the sections in our app. Let me tell you a couple of things about my approach to Shopify apps. First is that I believe an app should have a robust, always free level. The free features should provide good value to the Shopify store. That way, when the customer does bump up against the paywall, they will have trust and confidence in the app and be more likely to subscribe to it. Second is that I believe an app should have a reasonable price for the value that it provides. If the price is reasonable, then it also helps the customer make the decision to subscribe to the app. So here's how this approach pans out in the Flex Theme Sections app. Always free level. The app's always free level includes all sections and tools that are designed to help the store staff manage the store. Our initial app has these 5 sections. 1. Article Images tool. This tool shows the article images for a blog and checks if they have the correct shape and size. Store staff can set a target aspect ratio for all images, and the tool will highlight which images do not comply with the standard. 2. Blank Product Metafields tool. This tool shows which products are missing important information stored in a specific metafield. 3. Brand Guidelines tool. This tool gives store staff the ability to document and share your store's brand guidelines, including fonts, colors, logos, and graphics. 4. Collection Image Review tool. This tool shows the featured image for all collections and highlights the ones that do not comply with the specified aspect ratio. 5. Product Review tool. This tool shows all of the product images for each product and highlights the ones that do not conform with the desired aspect ratio. We've also got some store staff tools in the queue to be added to the app in the near future. All future tools will also be included in our always free level. Reasonable price. The price for the app is only $5 per month or $50 for a year. Not many apps are that reasonably priced given the value that they provide. Now, the paid level of the app unlocks the features that enhance the shopping experience for your customers. All of these sections were first created for a JadePuma client and then reused across many clients, so we know that they work. We've got over a dozen sections in the app and have a backlog of 20 more that we're quickly adding. Here are some examples of our customer-facing sections. 1. The Flex theme comes with a rich text section, but I'm not a fan of it, as you have to specify the font and font size for the heading and for the text, which makes for 4 settings every time you use the section. So our rich text section removes those settings and instead uses the theme's defaults, which reduces the number of settings that you'll have to set when you add the section. 2. We have a free gift with purchase section for the cart that promotes your chosen free gift if the customer exceeds the purchase amount threshold and allows them to easily add it to their order. 3. There's a section that displays your Klaviyo embed forms on a page. 4. There's a section that promotes editorially selected blog articles on a page or product. One example of how you might use this is on a Halloween landing page. You could use this section to display your Halloween-related blog articles. And there's plenty more sections available and more on the way. In this podcast, I'm constantly encouraging you to create content, especially video. I'm following that best practice with this app. We have a robust demo store that not only demos the features, but gives you detailed instructions for every section. Each section has its own tutorial video that goes through how to set it up and use the section step by step. At JadePuma, we now add this app to every store build or redesign that we do. It's saving tons of money for our clients. If you are using the Flex theme today, I highly encourage you to install our app. There's a link to it in the show notes. The always free level will give the store staff some handy tools, and the paid level will increase the functionality of the Flex theme in your customer experience. Remember, this app is optimized for the Flex theme. It uses the Flex theme's CSS and JavaScript, keeping your store more performant, and the new sections map perfectly to the Flex theme's design. If you do install the app, I'd love your feedback on its usefulness for your brand. There's a feedback form right inside the app. Also, we've got some more Shopify apps in our pipeline for you, and they all follow our approach of a rich, always free level and a reasonable price. I look forward to sharing them with you as they become available in the App Store. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Shopify Solutions Podcast with Scott Austin. This podcast is brought to you by JadePuma, a Shopify-focused agency located in San Diego, California. If you like what you heard, please leave a review and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. If you'd like to work with Scott on your brand, email him at scott@jadepuma.com.